talks about Antonio Conte working him in as hard a training as any other manager has ever done in his career. So yeah, we'll see. And Como, of course, still on the hunt as far as a European place is concerned. So they've still got it all to play for and could well have a big say this afternoon in where the Serie A title goes. Christian Kivu and Leandro Martinez probably watching on with great interest, supporting another team in blue for this afternoon. Referee Fabri this evening in their bright orange kits. The team supported, of course, by VAR, multiple computer screens, multiple angles, and cameras being looked at, as you may well expect. So just to run through the teams again: Milenko Savic in goal for the away side, 3 at the back for Napoli, Buakima, Romani and Buongirno across the defence, Politano, McTominay, Lobotka, Gutierrez in the middle, De Bruyne, Højlund and Alisson Santos will be up front, and the home side Butez in goal, Smojcik, Raymond, Diego, Carlos, Valle, Perone de Cunha in the holding midfield, Dio, I beg your pardon, Paz, Butarina and Duvikas will be up front. There is going to be a minute's silence for Alex Zanardi, the Paralympic champion, Italian Paralympic champion, also F1 driver as well, passed away sadly earlier this week. So thoughts are with his family right now as the officials and the players and the crowd mark a moment's silence for that loss. Well, we're all ready to go. Part of Italy looking absolutely resplendent. The pitch, I must say, for this time of the year with just a few games to go, looking fantastic. Imagine it must be a real joy to play on. Scott McTominay there, knowing he's got a job to do in the middle of the park, scoring one of the 4 goals the last time out against Cremonese, along with De Bruyne. Alisson Santos, there was also an own goal in that one as well. Right, a little bit longer than normal pre-match, and then Como up in the air it goes to gain a little bit of territory, but Napoli all in white this afternoon, trying their best to come forward. Early touch there from Batterina, but it's closed down by Napoli, who are just doing a little bit of clearing up to try and get forward. Back it goes to the left back, number 4. In again into the middle of Romani, central figure for Napoli this season as he has been in recent years. Buakima back on it again, going through the middle, very nice. Lobotka now coming forward, trying to make something happen. Alisson Santos trying to get on the end of it. Napoli keep hold of it in the middle of the park, sweeping it from left to right. Not a great ball forward as De Cunha picks it up, but Napoli get it back straight away. Lovely sunshine coming onto the pitch. Shadows just as much as the action as the players are at the moment. Here is Romani again, back to Milenkovic Savic, being closed down by Duvikas, but the all in red Milenkovic Savic clearing it forward. Højlund on it now, out towards the left-hand side. Alison Santos, a little bit of trickery to get past his marker, gets it beyond him, and then it's cleared away eventually by Ramon. Messing about with it a little bit, trying to get it out through passing rather than clearing it first time. As we just get a look at Cesc Fabregas, not difficult to see why he is gaining interest from a few Premier League sides, actually. Working absolute wonders with Como. Like I said to you before, pushing for a European place. Led the side to 10th in their first season since being promoted last season. Links in the Premier League to one of the sides he was a player at under Conte, Chelsea, who have just got rid of their manager, Liam Rosenior, so that job is vacant at the moment. And Donai Areola will be leaving at Bournemouth at the end of the season, as will Oliver Glasner of Crystal Palace. So I don't think he'll be short of options. Cesc Fabregas, as the ball goes out of play just by the technical area. It was De Vicas that was pushed over. He's won his side a free kick, taken quickly by Baturina towards Diego Carlos, and now Ramon has it. Ramon once more. He's playing patiently. Here is Smolic. Little touch from Paz, gives it back to the defence. Now Diego Carlos getting in on the ball. He's got the option of Dacuna just to now they come attacking down the left-hand side. Baturina once again heading into a little bit of traffic, tries to get round it, but De Bruyne is doing well in coming back and covering, and then Politano tries to take the ball forward. He's thwarted first time as the ball goes out for what I think is the first throw-in, taken all the way to Højlund, and I think the referee not happy about where the throw-in was taken from. Højlund was in and it was beyond the last defender, but of course not offside because it was from a throw-in, and the referee is telling the thrower, Politano, to go back. Takes it short. Back to the goalkeeper. Towards the right-hand side now. Plays it into the middle to Lobotka. Coming into a little bit of traffic. Nice bit of pressing there from Paz for Como. Napoli not being given any space or time at all on the ball. Now they've found a passage up towards the right-hand side. Ball is long from Politano and it's in the wrong direction, and it's far too long for Højlund to go chasing. He'd be better off probably not wasting his energy early on. Como have a throw-in not too far away from one of their own corner flags. They'll be building up from the back again. Booted forward, but straight to a white shirt, and then Napoli deciding to play it back to Romani all the way to the halfway line, and coming forward again for Napoli. De Bruyne getting involved once more in the middle of the park. Tomine getting a touch of the ball, and now to Bulgarino coming forward nicely towards the edge of the area, gets it back. Cross is not great. Edge of the box, De Bruyne. McTominay shoots, headed up in the air by Diego Carlos. Bit of defending to do for Como now, and they've found a little bit of space through Paz coming forward. Gets beyond the left back really, really well. Still he goes, but just a heavy touch there, allowing Gutierrez to do a little bit of tracking back. That was good from the midfielder because he left Bulgarino for dead. He absolutely did him for pace there, did Paz, but Como still have the ball. Here is Baturina playing well. out towards the right-hand side. Can they get the cross in? They can. It's low. It's cleared away though. Valle very much involved in this one as well down that left-hand side for Como. Seem to be using both wings very well. Here they are finding a little bit of space with Perrone. Opening up a little bit now. Perrone once more, looking for options. Got the choice of Diego Carlos, decides to use him in the end. Back to Perrone. Now they've lost the ball cheaply. Como, they got it back through Paz though, and now an attack is coming on here. De Vrijas in through the box, goes around the keeper. Can he get it away? Oh, it's cleared off the line by Napoli. Well, he went round the keeper, De Vrijas, really well. And then the shot from long range, and all the effort applauded by the manager, Cesc Fabregas. Well, De Vrijas found himself in an ideal situation, goes round the keeper really well, and then just stumbles a little bit. That allows a couple of defenders to get back. One of them, Buekma, and I think it's him that's cleared it off the line. Oh, I think Milinkovic-Savic just got a hand to it, just to put off De Vrijas. But he's asking questions of his defence, and who can blame him? Because the pass was straight through. Opened him up like a hot knife through butter there. And if it wasn't for the defending and the quick thinkingness of Buekma, we would have seen an early goal. Remember, a loss for Napoli will mean that they can say goodbye to any slim hopes of retaining the Serie A title. So it is a significant game. I think a win will probably only delay it further, given how many chances Inter Milan will have to wrap it up. And then the cutback comes in, and then the shot from Politano over the bar. And as soon as they were panicking in one end of the pitch, Napoli come back and have a chance the other way. And that pass from Paz to De Vrijas is what we're seeing again on the monitor. Really good ball through. De Vrijas does everything right. But like I say, Milinkovic-Savic just got a hand to the ball just to slow the striker down. And it was, by the finest of margins, enough. Gutez with the long ball forward. Up towards the right hand side. Como looking good once again through Diao. Out towards Ramon. Here is Valle. Plays a little, or tries to play a 1-2, but number 11 De Vrijas comes short and then keeps it. Now we're out towards Perrone on the ball. And they're just enjoying a little bit of possession for themselves now. Here is Ramon once more. Diego Carlos getting involved once again. Wojcik also getting a few touches. This is good passing from Como. They're keeping the ball really, really well, not panicking at all. Here is Valle. Cross comes in. It's too much for anyone really, and then the chest down from Gutierrez into the hand of Milinkovic-Savic, boots it forward, and then from one goalkeeper to the other, Butez starts the move once again for Como in the middle of the park, not being picked up at all. They're having a load of opportunity to just come forward. Butterina on it once again. Paz heavily involved once more, as is Perrone, always looking for it inside the centre circle. Out towards Smojcic, who decides that going back to the goalkeeper is the best option. He's a good 6 yards out of his area now. Butez still carrying it forward, 12 yards out, looking for options. Simple pass forward, quick turn. Then a little give and go. Sweeping long ball straight to a white shirt, but it's won back nicely by Diao, who comes forward, shoots from distance straight into the chest of Milenkovic-Savic once more. Well, this is looking really good from Como. They are playing their part, definitely. They are not to be underestimated at all. Some really good football from Cesc Fabregas' side. Now Napoli come on the left-hand side. 11 minutes gone, 0-0 currently. Lovely from Pochettino. Shot from distance from McTominay, and it's wide and low. Not going to trouble the keeper from there with shots like that. Scott McTominay, of course, looking forward to going to the World Cup with Scotland. May well be a place as well for Billy Gilmour, who is on the bench for Napoli. Scotland qualifying for the finals. The first time since 1998. Not even sure Scott McTominay was born then. Billy Gilmour certainly wasn't. There they are. Como on the ball once again. Raymond on it. Such a central figure in the heart of the defence for Cesc Fabregas' side. Back to the goalkeeper, Boutez. Looking for options. Still coming forward. Still got the ball. He's happy to have it at his feet. He's well out of his area, Boutez. 12 yards or so. They need to be careful with that. Polly might just, at one point out of the blue, bring on an element of surprise. But here they have it now. Como down the left-hand side. Forward to Valle once again. He's very far forward. He's not playing left-back at all. He's almost like a Roberto Carlos for Brazil, almost always at the other end of the pitch. Little step over on the other side from Diao. Gives it back to the midfield, into the edge of the area now. Cross comes in, and it's gone straight across goal. No boot or head getting to that one. And it's another moment of putting hands on heads for the Como fans, getting very excited once more. As we just see Miran Shawat, the chief executive of Como. Politano for Napoli comes to take the throw. It's not too far away from the Como area. In line with the edge of the 18-yard box. Bit of defending to do. Back to the keeper, Milenkovic-Savic all in red. Back towards the left-hand side. Garano, disappointment with him and the Italian side not to make to another World Cup. Foul on the edge of the area there on Napoli. It means they've got the free kick. Politano going down. Remember earlier, Udinese 2, Torino 0. Atalanta play Genoa a little bit later on this evening. As Como take a goal kick. Boutez once again going right out of his area, 12 yards out. He decides that's about enough. Got Højlund closest to him, no pressing coming on at the moment. Still he goes forward and decides to retreat and give it back to his central defender. And it's those passes that he really does need to get right. I can understand the tactic of getting as far forward as possible, but my word, if he gets it wrong from there, they will be in serious trouble. It's got to be a tactic from Cesc Fabregas, that is. He won't be doing that for very long if he wasn't instructed to do so. Here is Lobokta. Now Diao on it. Oh, and the shot from distance. And once again, Milenkovic-Savic proving his worth. As Diao was towards the right-hand side and then comes in on the inside to shoot. Oh, he just didn't get it as cleanly as he would like to. Kind of kicked it into the floor, which took the pace off it. Now Napoli coming down the right-hand side. Cross coming in from Politano. Oh, and it's just deflected out, which means it is going to be a first corner for Napoli. Brilliant bit of defending from Ramon, actually, to get across. And then squaring up to Politano. All friendly at this stage, I think. De Bruyne, I think, is the one going across to take it. Rasmus Højlund, close to the goalkeeper at the moment. And that box is very congested. In comes the in-swinger. Headed on, 6-yard area over the bar. Looked as if it was McTominay. He's probably one of the tallest men on the pitch, to be fair. Not a bad target man. Gets over Valle, I think it is. It was actually Ramon in the end, as we just see it from the ref's point of view. And he'd be frustrated with that. Oh, and I think he's been given I think it's been given as a foul, actually, by Scott McTominay. No, it hasn't. It is a goal kick. So here we're going to see Butes coming out once again. It is exciting when goalkeepers do this, because there is always that chance that they may well mess it up, but he's given himself a few extra yards. 12 yards beyond his own goal area now. And that's a wayward pass, but thankfully only gone out of play. Oh my goodness me. And that is the danger. It's given the ball straight back to Napoli, and now they can have a throw in deep inside enemy territory. Gutierrez with it. But now they've lost it, Napoli, and coming forward a Como. Foul on the edge of the area. Ref plays advantage. Paz is on it. Diao is on the right hand side. He's looked dangerous from this position before. The overlapping run is not used. Back towards Perone. Diao with a cross in. De Vicas can't quite control it. It's gone out for a throw in. De Vicas not happy at all because it's been given Napoli's way. Referee's just explaining. De Vicas saying he didn't touch it. The ball was cleared. Well, I think Romani is the... I thought it was Romani the one that cleared it away. Let's have another look at this. Well, I think it was as well. I think Vicas was absolutely right there. It's gone straight out for a Napoli. Certainly no argument about that second one. Napoli trying to do all they can to keep any slim title hopes alive. A draw will take them to within 9 points of Inter Milan with 3 games left, but a draw for Inter will mean that they will pretty much win the title. Just a matter of time for Christian Kibu's side, surely. A win against Parma, regardless of what happens here today, will give them that 21st league title. As the ball goes out to the right hand side for Valle, trying the best he can to keep possession in Como's feet, but it goes out for a throw in. Alison Santos with the final touch, really. Very relaxed, says Fabregas. Back towards the keeper, Milenkovic-Savic, who has been quite busy in what is the first quarter of the game, really. Just heading up to 22 minutes. Como 0, Napoli 0. And instead of playing it out this time Milenkovic-Savic clears it high and long. It goes out for a throw-in, still in Napoli's half. And Milenkovic-Savic quickly apologising. It's going to be a throw-in for Smolcic to take. Got the option of Paz, decides not to use him. Flicked on by Baturina. Dovicas can't get on the end of it, but they've still got possession here through Valle. On the left-hand side for Como, decides to come back to Diego Carlos. Ramon on it now. Smolcic, forward it goes. Here is Dacuna, not had many touches for him this afternoon. Lovely passing for Baturina to come in, and now Diao on the right-hand side once more. Reinforcements come in for him to give the ball to Baturina once again. Diao on it once more. Overlapping run from Smolcic, not used at the moment. We've got Peroni freed. Goes back to Ramon. This is good, looking after the ball from Como. Cross eventually coming in. Cleared out for now, and then the shot is a little bit wayward from Baturina. I think he had more time there than he thought. He'd be disappointed with that one. Manages to trap the ball and then attack it, and it's gone wide. The keeper and the Napoli defence knew that wasn't going to be any danger, really. He tried to place it rather than give it power. And even Dovicas not even quick enough to get on the end of it. Instructions continue from Cesc Fabregas, the Spaniard. That amazing Barcelona side for a while. World Cup winner, of course, with Spain in 2010. He knows what it's like to be a winner. Does Cesc Fabregas. Premier League title under Conte's instruction as well with Chelsea. We just get a little bit of a delay because Diao's gone down. Just having a little bit of treatment. It was with perhaps Scott McTominay or maybe even Gutierrez, actually. Out towards the right-hand side where Como are attacking. Left-hand side for Napoli. And Milenkovic-Savic is going to be taking a free kick just outside, just to the side of his area. All in red. Ushering his players and his defenders to go forward. They've lost the ball again. Como on it once more, and I think the referee's blown up for offside somewhere there, so they'll have to give the ball back. Free kick being encouraged to be taken quickly by the Napoli fans, and they have done that. Romani had an awful lot of possession, and now Rasmus Højlund gets on the end of it. Going forward is the number 19. He's going to have to look for support. Comes inside, edge of the area. Politano makes himself some space, shoots. It's deflected. And the keeper, Butes, was in the right place for a simple catch. Well, that was a good break from Napoli. We've not seen it an awful lot during this game so far. They've really struggled as well to keep hold of possession. Certainly not at the rate that Como are doing. The home side have definitely been the better side, looking after the ball really well. And now they're coming forward from Baturina. Valle's on the left-hand side. Will he be used? He won't. In it comes towards Paz, and he is a bit clumsy with the ball. But Peroni gets it back. Paz demands it back very quickly. Given back to Peroni. Dacuna on it now. Comes back to Ramon. It's being played beyond the halfway line. And now Baturina coming once again. Cuts inside towards the centre once more. Dacuna really looking after it very well, but Peroni gets on the end of it, and now it's out towards the right-hand side to Diao. Again, a little bit of trickery from him. Can he get past the second player? He can. Now can he cut it back on? It's deflected straight off a defender for Napoli, looking really good, Como. You can see why they have been so hot during this campaign. You can see with the way that they're playing, follow instructions from Cesc Fabregas to the letter, and he's got the players to really get those on as much as possible, and then the flick on for the header in the area just over the bar, and it's another opportunity, this time for Diego Carlos. He's really is getting the best out of his players, is Cesc Fabregas. Flicked on in the end by Smolich. The player at the back post was Diego Carlos. It was just way above his head. Milinkovic-Savic playing it in the area. Out towards Buakema, and now they've lost it. Oh, and it's a foul. Referee's decided that Devikas was a little bit too keen there, let's just say, on Romani. He did shove him over, to be fair. Cesc Fabregas not happy about that at all. He's gone and given his opinion to the fourth official straight away, and now he's being told off by the ref as well. An acknowledgement and an apology, I think, from Cesc Fabregas straight away. Ball on the floor. We're actually going to get this free kick taken. It's the sort of right back position for Napoli. It's blocked is the pass forward, so it's going to be another throw in to the current champions, the current defending champions of the Serie A. It will not be the case for much longer well, it won't be the case for much longer anyway, but certainly if they don't win tonight, they can pretty much kiss away any chance of retaining the title. And in fact, if they don't win this evening, if they draw, then they could well be in danger of surrendering second place as well. So Milan, who play tomorrow, so quite a bit to play for. Back towards the goalkeeper, Milinkovic-Savic, like I said, been very busy in this opening half hour. Cesc Fabregas not happy. His side are being pegged back here. Out towards the right hand side for Napoli. Cross comes in, headed down, and then nicely turned away. Paz coming forward, and he has got so much speed. Midfielder on his way. Diao is free on the right hand side, takes control, shoots, and Milinkovic-Savic out to block it. Really good bit of goalkeeping there. Oh, and Diao, well, he'll be wondering what might have been with that. He had all the time in the world, and I don't think he realised just how alert Milinkovic-Savic was. It was a brilliant pass from Paz. De Bruyne, in the aftermath of it all, colliding and going down, but Paz coming forward, he drew the defenders out really nicely. Diao in some space, set himself up, but Milinkovic-Savic out where he needed to be to keep his side level, and he has been brilliant. Alex Valle with a throw-in, looking for getting on the chest of it is Devikas, and now Napoli failing to wriggle their way out of it. Shot is blocked. Diao once more, edge of the area, looped over the top, and it's too much from Romani, who after passing the ball outside the area, just outside the area, continued his run and nearly had an opportunity to head it in. Let's just look at this chance again from Diao. Does everything right, really. It's just the keeper coming out way too quickly for him to do anything with it. Really good bit of defending from the very experienced shop stopper. 0-0, 31 minutes gone. Como and Napoli still level in this one, but Como definitely the better side. Certainly had more clear-cut chances as they take a throw in, looking to get an opportunity on the board for themselves. Cleared away by Paz. All the way back to Romani. Forward and then gets it back. Long ball forward. And the attacker, I think, Scott McTominay, who was going forward, would have been offside. Back out to Raymond, who's looking for options. Nicely finds Paz, who's in acres of space. How is he being allowed to stay in so much space? Why aren't Napoli picking him up? Because every time he gets the ball, it doesn't take him long to find that brilliant pass, and he's got a brilliant turn of pace as well. 32 minutes on the clock. Como 0, Napoli 0. Win for Como will take them level with Juventus. One of the three sides, of course, that Antonio Conte has won Serie A with. Played for them and managed them. There's Alex Valle, just can't keep the ball in down that left-hand side. Tries his best, but the run, sadly for him, was in vain. .33 minutes on the clock. Just to remind you, Udinese 2, Torino 0 earlier on. Later on, Atalanta playing Genoa. Genoa looking to bounce back actually from that 2-0 loss against Napoli. De Bruyne clips it in there. Cleared away for now for Como. All the way to Antonio Conte to pick up the ball and give some instructions. One of the Como players has got an elbow in the face there from Kevin De Bruyne. I think it's completely accidental. Play goes on. Oh my word, we're going to have a bit of a stoppage on this one. I think it's Perini who has got an elbow square on in his nose there. How on earth that wasn't given as a free kick, I don't know. It was purely accidental, but you maybe could argue that he was endangering a player, and I don't know how much Kevin De Bruyne actually knew about it, to be honest with you. And there's a lot of blood coming from the player's face there. That is possibly a substitution before the break for Como. And their players still not happy with it. Does give them an opportunity to go and get a bit of a drink. Thankfully, I think it's Peroni anyway on the ground. Can't quite see it at the moment, but it looks to be an awful lot of pain, and there is quite a bit of blood as well. Sometimes these nose injuries and the blood can look a lot worse than they actually are, but certainly concerning at the moment. Yeah, he's back on his feet now. It is Peroni. There is the option of a couple of midfielders on the bench, Billy Gilmore being one of them for Como. There's an opportunity for Antonio Conte to give out some instruction. Peroni looks, well, he might even have a concussion test, who knows, because that elbow was square on in his face. And now Como will have to have a period of time with just 10 men before he can come on. That's one of the anomalies really of this game, and because Napoli had the ball, they get to have an uncontested drop ball, they get to possession, they've got a man extra. But I think Perrone is going to be fine to carry on, which is good, because there was certainly a lot of blood there. 37 minutes on the clock, so we know that we'll get at least a few minutes added on for this one now. As we just head up to the 40-minute mark, Scott McTominay trying to quicken things up a little bit out towards the left-hand side for Napoli. Lobotka, who has been pretty quiet in this game, getting on it there. Forward, Napoli come. Back towards their goalkeeper, Como, managing to get possession once more. Now he's being hounded by Rasmus Højlund. Very much a change in tactic for Napoli, who've just been happy for the keeper to be left alone. Here he is on the ball again in his own 6-yard area, forced once more to get rid of it quickly as he had Rasmus Højlund coming down on him once more. Como back in possession. Diao to Alex Valle. Pass for him was too quick. Forward, Napoli come. Fouling the middle of the park there. Diao just being a little bit too keen to get in on Lobotka. Continues to be a lovely sunny early evening at the home of Como. Free kick taken. Forward goes Rasmus Højlund, who's been absolutely hounded in the area, still manages to stay up though, and I'm not too sure Napoli are happy there. Oh, and it's been given a free kick the other way. Rasmus Højlund, he's not happy at all. I think he thinks he deserves a penalty there, but we've got Diego Carlos that's gone down, absolutely grappling with Rasmus Højlund. I think it was fair, to be honest with you. I don't think there was an issue with it. I think it was fair, and then it gave enough time for Ramon to come and just clear it away. Maybe a hint of arms on shoulders, certainly no grabbing or shirt pulling. I think that's good defending personally. He's not pushed him, he's not pulled him, he's not grabbed his shirt. Done a little bit of tussling. Antonio Conte disagrees, of course. But for it to be a free kick the other way, I'm not too sure about that. 40 minutes on the clock. It's been an interesting spectacle so far. A really good setup from Como. Really, really brilliant to see them under Cesc Fabregas, I must admit. And whether he stays for another season, whether he moves on, I'm sure he will be a success with all that he's done with the side so far. Alex Valle plays it forward to De Vicas, who has had a couple of good opportunities so far. Just lost possession of it down the left-hand side, but I'm going to have to give the ball to Napoli for a throw-in as we head into the final 4 minutes of this first half. There will be a few moments to add on, certainly. Back to Milenkovic-Savic, who boots it forward, trying to find the head of Rasmus Højlund. Napoli can't win the second ball either, as it's sent the other way. Nice pass out to Smojcic. Right hand side. First touch for Peroni since his elbow in the nose. Batterina on it, looking for options. Then it goes to Paz, who turns nicely, gives it to Peroni once again. Batterina back on it. Forward out to Diao, right hand side. We know he's got a few tricks up his sleeve. Gets towards the edge of the area. Plays it out to Ramon, who's looking for options. Decides to go out to Smojcic, right hand side for Como, again doing so well in looking after the ball. Really tight in terms of space, but every single touch from every single player is spot on, including that one from Paz. Nice little back heel to play it out of danger. And that always seems to find themselves some space, and then 6 yards out from the edge of the box. The hard work has paid off, because Scott McTominay's gone in on Batterina there and he's fouled him. He stood on his toe. That's definitely a foul, despite the Scotsman's protests. And now, right at the very end of this half, with just 2 minutes of normal time to go in the first period, Milenkovic-Savic has got some sorting out of a wall to do. 6 yards out from the edge of the area. This is definitely Paz territory. He's getting ready with his left foot. He has got only one thing on his mind. Referee making sure the likes of Lobotka and Scott McTominay get the full 10 yards. Politano is the one on the floor, and then Paz takes it over the bar. Well, he'll be disappointed with that. It was quite a way off target. Nico Paz, well, we all know how much quality he has. Curled over the bar, over the wall, and then eventually over the bar. It's not troubling the keeper at all. Milenkovic-Savic very happy to watch those fly over his bar all day long. 44 minutes on the clock. We're going to see in just a couple of moments how many minutes are going to be added. We did have a nosebleed in the first period as De Bruyne, who was responsible for that elbow, goes out towards the left-hand side for Napoli. What can they do in this final part? The cross comes in, but it's close to the goalkeeper, Butez. It was Politano with the eventual cross in. De Vicas coming deep. Now Batterina towards Diego Carlos. On the right hand side once again for Como. Diao has been so heavily involved in this first period. He's got two players out on the wing on him. Gets past both of them, manages to cross it in, but then it's cleared away. It's blocked before it turns into any real danger. And again, it's Bakima, who just happens to be in the right place at the right time. That doesn't happen by magic. Good anticipation there from the defender as we head to the first into the first 2 minutes of normal time. And you can see the scar left on Peroni there. It does not look nice at all. Corner comes in. Oh, and it's cleared away. It was a whippet of a ball in. And Ramon was the one closest to it. I think the central defender had gone up. It took a few of the players by surprise as the ball came in. Oh, and I think it was headed on by Politano in the end, which created a bit of the danger. Halfway through injury time in this first period. Como 0, Napoli 0. Como definitely the better of the side though. Showed more promise coming forward. Few half chances for Napoli. But most importantly for them, they've managed to keep Como at arm's length. Some good chances to come in. Good save from Milenkovic-Savic to deny Diao, who was through on goal. Did well to get down on a one-on-one chance with De Vicas as well. Certainly the man of the half is the goalkeeper. Without him on top form this afternoon, things may well look very different. 15 seconds to go, and now they've lost it in a dangerous area. Rasmus Højlund shoots. The ball is deflected up in the air. It's going to be a simple catch for Butez. And with 5 seconds to go of the half, the referee does blow the whistle. Well, like I say, a few clear chances for Como. Davikas, a one-on-one with Milenkovic-Savic getting down just in time to stop the striker in his tracks. Diao as well, one-on-one, but Milenkovic-Savic out very quickly to deny him. Scott McTominay had a good chance as well, a header from him from a corner, which did come close. But at the break, it is Como 0, Napoli 0. As I hand you back to the studio, we will resume this one in about a quarter of an hour or so as the second half gets underway. So the second half just about to get underway. What was a really intriguing first period, actually, with regards to these two sides who are looking to find a way to break through and find a winner. Very much nearly all the possession and good passing belong to that of Como. Some really good chances from Dovikas early doors and Diao afterwards, and if it hadn't been for the quick thinking and the dexterity of the Napoli goalkeeper Milinkovic-Savic, we really may well be seeing a different scoreline as the players emerge from the tunnel for this second period. Can we find a winner in the second half? What difference will the inevitable substitutes play? And by the end of this 90 minutes, will Napoli be out completely of the title race? Kick-off taken. Back to Milinkovic-Savic, who thumps it back the other way. Got Romani on the ball. There is Gutierrez. Not as involved in the first period, I'm sure, as he would have liked. Alison Santos being taken down there, and now the referee has deemed that Diao's been fouled, so it's going to be a free kick taken quickly by Como. Butez in goal for the home side. Smolcic, Ramon, Diego Carlos and Valle. Four-man defence. Perone, Dacuna, Dio, Paz, Butirana, Dvoukis make up the home side, who start the second period as they pretty much played the whole first period, coming forward. Go through the Napoli side in just a moment. Diao on the ball once again, proving himself a real menace as he did down the right hand side. A bit too much of a heavy touch there from Paz, and the ball is cleared away. Milinkovic-Savic in goal for Napoli. Bukema, Romani, Buongrano in defence. Politano, Lobotka, McTominay, Gutierrez in the midfield. De Bruyne, Alison Santos and Højlund at the front three for Antonio Conte's side. Frustrating first half, particularly for Højlund. Now Napoli can try and come forward once again, and Højlund just not being able to get on the end of any long balls forward. Now Diao comes down the right hand side once again, gets the cross in, cleared away. Como are going to come at Napoli once more. Paz on it, short passes between him and Lobotka. Out towards the left hand side now. Batarina back to the goalkeeper Butez, who spent quite a lot of his first half well outside of his box to clear the ball forward, as he does there, and finds Diao very nicely, but it's cleared away by Gutierrez, who was marking him really well. He didn't do an awful lot in the first half, Gutierrez, but what he did do was really good, especially from a defensive point of view, following his men, always running. now they come forward once more. Diao, right hand side, not too far away from the technical area. Antonio Conte shouting instructions. Here as Napoli come forward out towards the right hand side once more. It seems to be so popular for them to use down there. Diao just loses possession as they come forward again, and now they're up on it, edge of the area. Oh, and the shot there from, well, I think it was Da Cunha. It was really disappointing. He was in a good position from the edge of the box, and a couple of occasions now Milinkovic-Savic has been able to watch the ball go seamlessly over. He did well, Da Cunha, to get the ball in the first place, to rob the Napoli midfield, but he'll be disappointed with his shot there. And as soon as they try and clear the ball now, Napoli, Como back on it once again, coming forward really well, looking after the ball so well. A draw may well be a fair result, but they will certainly not deserve to lose it based on how they played the first 50 minutes of this one. Coming forward once more. Middle of the park, here is Perrone once again. Diao on it, looking after the ball really nicely. Da Cunha on it once more, switching it from left to right. Como, rather than forcing the issue, just playing it nicely, and they've managed to lose it there. Just a little bit too much of a heavy pass in, allowing Napoli to come forward, but once again they've lost the ball, and then the cross comes in quickly. A couple of players tumbling in the area. I think it was just more of a coming together really between Diao and Bukuema. Throw in taken quickly. Batterina, who gives it away just as quickly as he got it, but it's gone out for a throw in for Perrone to take. Seems to have recovered well from having that elbow in his face at the latter stage of the first half. Good turn there from the edge of the area by the Como attackers, and now they get themselves in the area. Diao slides to shoot, doesn't quite make connection with it, and then it's cleared away from Bukuema once more. He has been very good, the Napoli number 31, the right hand side of a three-man defence for Antonio Conte's side this afternoon. And now they're coming through the gears. They find Alisson Santos. Can he stretch his legs for the first time in this game? Gets past one, gets it to the byline, tries to cross it in, and it's just overrun it. Unfortunately, Antonio Conte not happy with that. It's going to be a goal kick to Como. And they've been taken this afternoon very much by the centre-back Romani. Not too sure how comfortable Butes is with it. Como with 19 points more at this stage of the season than it was last time. Finished 10th in the league. They could still finish second, as unlikely as that is, 8 points behind Napoli, but a win against them this afternoon will reduce that to just the 5. So you never know. Bit of a late challenge there, or a little bit of a coming together before Gutierrez goes chasing the ball. He took down Diao on the way. It's going to be a free kick to the home team. Cleared away by Napoli. Rasmus Højlund doesn't do a great job in holding it up. Again, sums up another frustrating afternoon for the Dane. Looking a bit like he did at times in a Manchester United shirt, if I'm being brutally honest. Just being out-muscled, out-paced all the time. And you can sense the frustration as well. A few of the times he's clenching his fist and looking up into the sky as Napoli come forward. Again, good, patient, build-up play in front of their home side. You can see why they've been so good during this campaign once again. An improvement on last season. And you just wonder if Cesc Fabregas was to say, what else could they do? Where on earth could they go? Sky's the limit for them as they come forward once more. Still got the ball out towards the right hand side. It's going to be a cross here from Diao. Not a bad ball in. Oh, and the flicked on header was blocked by another Como player, and then it's come out to Peroni. Crosses it in. Ricochets off a hand, but they were down the side. Really good actually from Batterino, who's been a little bit quieter in this second period as he was in the first. 10 minutes gone in the second half. Still Como 0, Napoli 0. It's going to have, I think, their first corner of the game, Como. Well, no, there's been a couple actually. It's the first corner of the second half, definitely. It's played short and then back. What can happen here? A little bit of a shimmy. Cross comes in. Back post is there. Up in the air. The player goes harmlessly over the bar. And it was Dacuna in the end who got on the end of it. But just like his shot earlier on at the beginning of the half, that header wayward over the bar and not troubling Milenkovic-Savic at all. As soon as they lose it, Como, they just seem to be able to get it back straight away. The clearance from Milenkovic-Savic has now found Alisson Santos. The Brazilian being overlapped by Rasmus Højlund. Passes there, the Dane gets it up. Oh, and the player's gone down. And I think the referee's got a big decision here. It looked like a penalty to me. Let's have another look at this one. This could be an intriguing part of this game. Who's the guilty party here? Yeah, it's Diego Carlos on Rasmus Højlund. Oh, and I think it's a dive. I think Rasmus Højlund's dived there. Diego Carlos certainly didn't get the ball. He definitely did not get the man. And quite rightly, a goal kick has been given. Well, I'm not too sure why Rasmus Højlund wasn't booked there. He'll argue that the speed he was going at has knocked him off, but definitely not a penalty. No way, and the referee's made the right call. 56 minutes gone. Free kick taken short. Back to Boutez. And then the press comes. Now Como have it on the left-hand side. Raymond, head down, plays it forward. It's just ricocheted and deflected towards a Napoli player. Back to the goalkeeper, Milenkovic-Savic with a clearance. And again, like I was saying before, Como just really quick on getting the ball back. Certain circumstances, just really good. Looking after possession. Very much possession-based football for Cesc Fabregas. Not really surprising considering he was part of that tiki-taka revolution in Spanish football, particularly for Barcelona and indeed for Spain, whom he was very successful with both clubs. And you can see elements of it. It's not quite the same. It's not quite as clever. It's not quite as risque. It's not quite as attractive on the eye, but it's more of an industrial keeping possession, really. and they're looking really good. As the ball goes out of play, Napoli want to get on with this quickly. I can sense a little bit of frustration in a few of their players now, just not being able to get a handle on it. And they're just a pass is overcooked there, out towards one of their players at Politano. It's given the ball back to Como. Pass out from Paz towards Valle. Coming forward, Como once again. Here is Perrone looking for options, finds one on Valle, down towards the left. Can he get the cross in? He doesn't. Takes another look. The cross is not bad in the centre of the box. Diao rises, over the bar it goes. Another good build-up play as well. Really good cross. Didn't rush it. You tell players in that position to try and cross it as quickly as possible. He delayed it a little bit, but still found the target. And the chances keep building up for Como. We are going to see first change for Napoli. It's going to be the 99 Anguissa making way for Kevin De Bruyne, who hasn't had the best of games, to be fair. Well, neither of any player in a white shirt for Napoli has, to be honest with you. But that's the first substitution from Antonio Conte, so we'll see what sort of difference it makes. As Milinkovic-Savic takes the free kick, takes the goal kick, I should say. There's shoving going on with Højlund and one of the defenders. Ramon wins it eventually, all the way up to João, who looking after it so well once again down that right hand side. And just as I say that, Alison Santos coming in to do some defending. Really good from him. Well, the throw-in's been taken quickly, but the referee's not happy with something. I think it was a Como throw-in rather than a Napoli one, as Napoli took it. And again they have possession just as we reach the hour mark. Como 0, Napoli 0. Half an hour of normal time to go. We've had one substitution so far. We will no doubt have more. Anguissa on the bench for the entirety of the 4-0 win against Cremonese. Didn't have the opportunity to get on the pitch. So he'll be pleased to have a run out, I'm sure, in this game. As we just see the number 4, Luan Gorino, commit a foul. It's going to be a free kick for Como to take. A little bit of, well, analysing taking place from Kevin De Bruyne to substitute. I think it was Spinazzola who was having a chat to. He will get an opportunity to get on. He didn't like Anguissa get on in the game against Cremonese last time out. Free kick taken, bumped in, cleared away. Back towards the goalkeeper, Butes. He can't come out this time round. He's got Napoli players hounding him, but it's cleared away. But Napoli have the ball. First touch for Anguissa. Nice play in the middle of the park to Scott McTominay, who plays it back to the defence. Anguissa on it once more. What can Napoli do? A frustrating afternoon for them so far. Not really enjoyed an awful lot of possession. Not really had any clear-cut chances, really. Anguissa on it. Gets himself a little bit of space, then goes down. Referee plays on for now. And what can a break look like here for Como? Dio doing a really good job in keeping possession. as he moved down to an unfamiliar left-hand side for him. Just holding up the ball a little bit. Got 2 players on him. Still gives it now to Valle. Cross was thought about there. Out towards Paz. What can he do with it? Oh, it finds a lovely ball to thread through into the area. Back to goal though. Shot coming in. Oh, and the Milinkovic-Savic had to get down again, and it was a shot from Baturina. Brilliant ball in from Paz. And then Baturina doing really well amongst 3 Napoli players. He manages to turn and shoot, deflects off one of them, and then Milinkovic-Savic at full stretch to deny the midfielder. Well, if Cesc Fabregas is hot property in the Como dugout, Paz is definitely going to be, surely, and probably already attracting the attention of many, many clubs across Europe. He really does make things special and makes them look so easy as well. What a talent he is. 65 on the clock now. As it's back towards Butes. No change yet from Cesc Fabregas, although there is movement on the bench. There are a few intentional warm-ups going on at the moment. As Diao comes with it once more. Still he goes on. Eventually just kicks it a little bit too much and loses possession. And Guisa on it. Up towards the right-hand side. He's probably playing a little bit more of a defensive role than Kevin De Bruyne was. Just see this chance again from Baturina. He did so well just to release the shot, to be fair. He's back to goal. 3 Napoli players around him. And then it deflects when the shot's taken. And that's what puts Milinkovic-Savic really out of kilter. And he did so well to just tap it away towards the side. Almost all happened in slow motion. 0-0 on the clock. A few results actually from around Europe. Wins in Spanish La Liga this afternoon for Villarreal, Atletico Madrid. Of course, in Champions League action again against Arsenal midweek, and then to Celta Vigo next weekend. Osasuna playing Barcelona in La Liga. Very much top of the table at the moment. Bayern Munich and Heidenheim drawing 3-3 in the Bundesliga in Germany. Bayern Munich, of course, involved in that thriller with PSG in the Champions League. Hamburger, Augsburg, and Bayern Leverkusen also winning. Well, Leverkusen 2-0 up against Leipzig at half-time. As Como look to get the ball back, and it's a foul there on the right back, the left back, yeah, for Napoli, and it's number 11, Davikas. Yeah, there's a push there on Lobotka. Oh, is it though? It seems more of a trip, to be honest with you. And I think, having seen that again on the monitor just in front of me, I can understand why Davikas is a little bit annoyed about that one. But there we go, you win some, you lose some. It was a push, but then it was a fall, really. There was nothing really in there wasn't even a push or anything like that. But Como have it once more. Over the top it goes from their own defence. Chasing down the left-hand side is Valle, who's been absolutely brilliant in the second half as he was in the second period. Just loses it there. Anguissa trying to do his best to tidy up, and it's taken him a lot longer than he'd hoped for. And now he's been hounded by two Como players. The cross comes in, and oh, it's a bad one. Straight to a Napoli player. And now the away side can come out of it. Oh, and he's taken a right tumble there. Scott McTominay has gone over the midfielder who's gone in, and he looks as if he's landed really awkwardly, the Scot. And it's a yellow card straight away for Ramon, who's gone in on Scott McTominay. And right in the air, Scott McTominay's done a somersault, which you're likely to see in the gymnastics arena in an Olympics, I tell you, my word. I think he'll be all right. Ramon gets a yellow card for his troubles. 70 minutes on the clock. And I think this isn't looking good for Scott McTominay at all. Always a danger when you're in the air and spinning as to how you might fall. And he looks to be in an incredible amount of discomfort. And I think some of the Napoli players are maybe even asking, well, is it just a yellow, ref? I don't think it will be upgraded to a red. I don't think there'll be any sort of review on it. I think a yellow card is a fair one, to be honest. There will be a little bit of a wait before we get this game up and running again. McTominay looks to be in a serious amount of pain. Opportunity for Cesc Fabregas to shout some encouragements to his players, and my word, he's in full flight as well, and he's been tripped and he's gone taken up. I'm not too sure if he's landed on his knee or he's collided knee to knee with Ramon. He is up though. He might be able to run it off, Scott McTominay, but he looks like he's in an incredible amount of pain when he tries to put some sort of weight on it. He can't, I don't think he'll carry on. I really don't. He's looking, what we Brits would say, very gingerly. Being very careful with how he moves. He might be alright, but he's taking a few steps, then he's stopping, then taking a few more, then hopping. I'm not overly convinced we'll see him for much longer. Gilmour, Scottish player as well, an option. Elmas also, and Greece has already come on. So Antonio Conte does have a couple of options. Back towards the goalkeeper Boutez. Como playing it out from the back once again, finding little pockets of space once more. Looking good. Here is David Pesson coming very, very deep. Now Paz on it once again. He has produced some magic so far in this game. Out towards Diao. Tries to come inside. Blocked, but still managed to keep possession. Edge of the area. Shot delayed there from Butterina. Back out to Dio. Scott McTominay's gone down, and I think... Oh, I don't know if it is Scott McTominay actually. No, it looks as if it's Lobotka. So that's two midfielders for Napoli going down and being fouled in just the last few moments. And Lobotka now seems to be having a bit of an issue getting up and finding full strength. So we just see it from the ref's point of view, who was quick to give a foul. Yeah, Antonio Conte wants to sub as soon as possible, I think. Play goes on. 73 minutes on the clock. Como 0, Napoli 0. towards the right-hand side for Como, and they've got the ball back. Paz doing his best to look after it, and then goes in from behind, it seems, and he gives away a foul on Lobotka, who seems to have been bullied there just for a couple of moments. Paz lost the ball, and I think Paz got the ball there. It was from behind, but he did get the ball. I actually think it's a really good tackle. He's just taken the player with him. Well, apparently it's a contact sport, but that was just a little bit too much contact for the referee's liking, I think. We did see Antonio Conte gesture for a substitution. We've still not had that as we move up to the final 15 minutes of normal time to go. The game just in a little bit of a period of not really settling down, to be honest with you. It's been a little bit scrappy, if I'm being completely honest. As Gutierrez looks to take the throw in, finds Anguissa. Wanted to get into full flight, but then he's tackled, and Como start this transition now. Building up from the back, long ball forward. Diao can't get on the end of it, but he's won his team a throw in. He wants to take it quickly. Meanwhile, we've got a player off the pitch and injured. Taking a right tumble there, I think, into the dugout. And still down. So it's going to be another little delay here, as we see some lovely aerial shots of the Stadio Giuseppe Cingaglia, just on the coast, looking nice. Yeah, and it was Bulgarino, I think it was self-inflicted, full flight into the technical area. Thankfully he is now okay. Como have possession once again. One of their players flattened. It's as if it was the number 28, Smolcic, who's been very quiet during the second period. He was up and down the right wing in the first half, not so much this time round. Thinking time for Cesc Fabregas, yet to make his first substitution. Still got all 5 of them remaining. The ball is played there into Devicas, can't quite get on the end of it. Still haven't had that substitution either, that second one from Antonio Conte, which you thought we were going to get soon, and Scott McTominay, after taking a massive tumble, being fouled by Reman, did a few spins in the air. It is looking much healthier now. Final 15 minutes we go into. Como 0, Napoli 0. Remember, draw for Napoli will take them out of the title race completely. Milan really the only challengers to Inter, but it almost seems like a foregone conclusion. 12 points ahead of their neighbours. A draw tomorrow against Parma will be enough to take their 21st title. As we see the board being set up, we are going to have our first Como substitution. Alvaro Morata will be coming on, the evergreen, who also at Chelsea, as well as Cesc Fabregas. Yeah, football turns out, isn't it? Teammate and then go to be managed by them. There's going to be 2 substitutes at the same time for Cesc Fabregas. Getting word that number 18 Moreno, who is a defender, is also going to be coming on very soon. As the cross comes in from the right hand side for Napoli, but it's dealt with pretty quickly. Bounces high up in the air. Napoli just about managing to control it. And they've still got the ball. Back to their goalkeeper, Milinkovic-Savic. Says Fabregas has been booked for his remonstrations just a few moments ago. And it is going to be Spinazzola coming on for Napoli. So the second sub for Antonio Conte in just a few moments. The ball hasn't gone out of play. We haven't had a stoppage for a while. Gutierrez with a lovely ball into the area there. That's Rasmus Højlund on it. Shoots. Oh, it's wide. Well, that was the moment for Scott McTominay, actually. Lovely run in from the midfielder. Where on earth was the Como defence? They weren't in a line at all. They all seemed to be doing their own thing. And Scott McTominay coming in. Spinazzola, we are going to get that substitution now. It is going to be for 13 Romani, so it is defender for defender. We're also going to get a couple of subs in as well from Como, as I mentioned. Morata and Moreno coming off. Morata straight swap for De Vicas. And number 18 Moreno coming off for Alex Valle, who I think has played really well in this game. He's been quite a menace and a nuisance down that left-hand side for Como. As we enter the final 10 minutes of this game, Como 0, Napoli 0. Remember, a draw for Napoli not enough really to stay in the title race. They'll narrow it down to 9 points with 3 games to go. So Inter would have to, well, they'd have to have an abysmal into the season if they're going to throw it away from here. Draw against Parma tomorrow will be enough to seal the title. Even if that happens and Milan win their next game in third place, they'll be 11 points ahead with just 9 remaining. A loss for Napoli, or at least a draw for Napoli as well, could put them in real risk also of not even making second as they cross the ball in from the left-hand side. Number 21, Pochettino, who's been quite quiet in the second half, rising, not being able to get anywhere near it. Now Como can come forward. Paz is on it, got quite a bit of space in the middle of the park. They don't want to be giving him that, Napoli. Finds Morata, plays it back to Paz. Can't quite connect there, but good first touch from Alvaro Morata. Evergreen, like I say, been around the block a bit, hasn't he? Real Madrid, Juventus, here at Como now, Chelsea for a while as well. What can Napoli do? Anguissa coming forward, left-hand side. There is one of the Alison Santos getting involved again. He's been very quiet during the second period. Here he has an opportunity to get on the end of it now. Can he keep the ball in play? He can. What can he do here? Comes inside. Can he get the cross in out towards the edge of the area? Shot coming in and blocked straight away, and now Como can maybe come forward. Diao, right hand side, 4 against 4 at the moment, plays it out to Paz. What can he do? Oh, and player's gone down in the box. Referee waves away any shout of a penalty straight away. And that gives Napoli an opportunity to come forward. And Guisa on it. What can he do? Into the box he goes. Momentarily loses out. And Guisa on it again. Alison Sanchez also involved. Right hand side for Napoli. Shot from the edge of the area. Oh, and it's hit the bar. What an opportunity that was from long range. Alison Santos now. Ball cleared away. Diao getting on it. Como really needs to stop being clever and trying to get rid of it. Back to against the player. And that was an incredible effort just a few moments ago from Politano. Oh my goodness gracious. Really, really good from the captain, who's hit the bar. Just seeing this opportunity again. I think it was Murata that was taken down. No, it was the number 17. Rodriguez, I think another 3 substitutions, and Cesc Fabregas needs to be careful because he's already been booked. He wasn't happy about the decision not to award his side a penalty. Vojvoda coming on for Como. Diao, his afternoon's work is done. Vojvoda going to be coming on for him. Also getting wind of another substitution as well. So that's 4 now for Como. Otano, Otakuna's evening has ended. Roberto is the plan. Coming on. Let's just see this effort once again from Politano. Absolutely brilliant. Butes at full stretch. I think the post is still shaking after that one. Back towards Butes, the goalkeeper. As we enter the final 3 minutes of normal time, there will be, I reckon, about at least 4 minutes added on. We had quite an injury to Scott McTominay in the first, in this second period. We've had quite a few subs as well. Napoli really need to get a point, more than a point here, if not for the title chances, because I think we all know that those are already over, but I think the priority now is consolidating second place. And if they, like I say, draw this one, it very much does open the door for Milan to overtake them. As we head to 87 minutes now. Milinkovic Savic, just careful with how he's placed the ball. Another frustrating afternoon for Rasmus Højlund. Ball goes in the air towards the Napoli defence. Swung out from right towards the left, and Guisa coming deep. Like I say, playing a little bit more of a defensive role compared to the person he came on for. Kevin De Bruyne, which was the first sub for Antonio Conte. I think both managers will be disappointed if this one ends as a stalemate, really. I think Como absolutely fancied themselves to get all 3 points in this one. And of course the disappointment for Napoli, meaning that second is now the best that they can do, really. Towards the left-hand side, Alison Santos, what can he do? Pretty quiet in the second period, got two blue shirts around him, manages to find a bit of support. Gets the ball back, and then Napoli just being a little bit careless with the ball, and Cameron Como on the break, players brought down. Moreno, I think the number 18, very much a tactical challenge there. Really don't like to see that, but it is what it is. Booking has been given to Politano. He knew exactly what he was doing there. No intention whatsoever to play the ball. I don't know what other people think, whether or not it can be any worse than a yellow card, but there was no intention whatsoever to play the ball. It's really not nice to see. Taken one for the team, so to speak. Right, Como on it. Final minute of normal time. Out towards the right-hand side. What can they do here? As they pass it around. Roberto on it. Towards a few of the subs playing with it. Into Paz it goes. He can't quite keep hold of it. He stretches. Brings down a player. As if it's Lobotka he took with him there as he tried to get the ball back before Alison Santos ran away with it. Nice to see him helping up the player he's just taken down as well. Into 4 minutes then of extra time. This one will be finished very soon. Napoli have a free kick midway in their own half, so Milinkovic-Savic going to be the one to pump this one forward. It's sent back the other way though pretty quickly out into the crowd. It's going to be a throw-in for Napoli. They take it quickly. Gutierrez back to the defence. Pressed now by Como. To change the tactic now towards the end of this game, and now out towards the right hand side for Napoli. Politano gets on the end of it. Now an opportunity to get into the box. A little bit of a drop of the shoulders. Looks after it. Anguissa, edge of the area. He's robbed. Como come out with it. Player goes down. Referee quick to call a foul. The number 17 going down, Rodriguez. One of the other subs for Como. Came on for Batterina a few moments ago. As we head into the final 2 minutes of the time added on. It's not been a classic. It's certainly not been the worst 0-0 though. And I think the man currently holding the ball is in contention to be man of the match. Milinkovic-Savic brought into action a couple of times with, well, goal-saving challenges in, particularly on Davikas. And also out quickly to deny Diao when he was through on goal. 90 seconds left. What can we find here? Anguissa going forward. Lovely 1-2 from him. Feeds it into the box. Ball is cut back. And it's cleared away by Ramon, with Scott McTominay left disappointed on that one. But now they've got themselves a corner. Nervous times for Como, who just have to hold on this one. Not that they've been doing that throughout this game. They've very much played their part. I would argue that they have been the better side. But it's Napoli now with what is a corner in the last minute of added time. Assistant referee not happy. Referee going into the box to sort a few things out. Having a chat with Buongarino. Now we've got the clearance for the delivery. In it comes. Not a bad ball. Up towards the back post. There's been a clever keepy-uppy there from Rodriguez. Not cleared away entirely. Alison Santos just can't get on the end of that one, but I've seen it go out for a throw-in. There is one of the substitutes, Spinazzola, throwing it in. Gutierrez on it now. 10 seconds to go. Second ball on the pitch. Referee won't be happy with that. Play's going to have to stop for just a moment. I wonder how that got on. Oh, and the referee has blown the whistle. Well, it's finished 0-0. Like I say, it's not been a classic, but it's not been terrible. I think Milenkovic-Savic will take the plaudits as the man of the match for this one. A few good chances, which were denied by the Napoli goalkeeper. Vikas was through on goal in a one-on-one. Milenkovic-Savic just stretching to deny the striker going any further, and then the ball cleared away from the line, off the line by Bukema, and then out quickly to deny Diao, who was through one-on-one with the keeper. Paz also looked good for the home team. Politano, a beautiful chance towards the end of the game with a lovely curling effort, which ricocheted off the bar. Definitely the closest that anyone came to scoring. But it has finished now. 0-0. The result means that Napoli get a point. It means they are completely out of the title race. And it means that Inter tomorrow, with just a point against Parma, will secure the league. It's finished. Como 0, Napoli 0. Thank you for listening and good night.